It is really a pleasure for me that having you on my screen and sharing meeting with you. So it is really nice experience, and I'm really doing great, trying, learning every day, watching your videos as well. And
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
find your videos valuable at the as well as insightful. So I watched
Thank you
your
so
video
much.
with my co-learner, and that day I really felt good about you. Yeah, the way you speak, the way you make the person comfortable, I liked it really very much.
It means a lot, Shamal. Thank you so much for appreciating me. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
So would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, definitely. So, Shamal, as you know, my name is Swati. I am from a very beautiful place, Jammu and Kashmir. I am a homemaker, mother of one child. Talking about my hobbies, I love reading, listening to music, watching movie, playing badminton. And apart from this, 4 months ago, I have started teaching spoken English to the people, and I am helping them and as well as learning from them. So that's a little bit about me. So would you
Wow,
like to
that's
introduce
nice.
yourself as well?
Yes, 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 I'm sure, sure. My name is Shamal. I'm connecting you from Mumbai. I'm a phonic teacher, mother to two teenagers. Nowadays, I'm learning Kathak, enthusiastic Kathak learner. I'm at third level, and I have been my bonnet about learning and polishing this language. So, and for that matter, I have created this YouTube channel, which is Learn and Shine with Shamal, through which I can connect with people like you and trying to enhance my skills. As far as my education concerned, I'm commerce graduate. I did ECCA as well. Wanted to be teacher, but couldn't do that because of family responsibilities. So I started phonics. I did certified course, and then since 2018, I'm running my own classes. So my hobbies are listening to music, then listening to podcasts nowadays because I'm completely into learning English. So conversational
Yes.
videos also like to listen. Then I like to watch English web series, which are a bit humorous. So
Mhm.
nowadays I'm watching one is that Modern Family. It is really very nice to watch, worth watching, I would say.
Okay, that's
Very
great.
nice.
Mhm.
And I like to read books as well, but because of my heavy schedule, I don't find that much time. But whenever I get time, I read Sudha Murthy's book
Mhm.
and story books also I like to read because since I started to teach my children, I always would like to brought these or that kind of story books for my children. So even that I also used to read, and because of that I got this habit of reading.
Okay, that's
And
really
I'm
great.
not into novel reading, but short story reading, short story books that I like very much. So this is pretty much about me.
That's amazing. Like you are really doing great in your life. You are also learning Kathak and this dance, Kathak. I really wanted to learn when I was a child. Yes, but I didn't get that kind of opportunity to learn. So are you
Yes,
learning online or offline?
offline, ma'am, offline.
Okay, that's great. So every single day you go for dancing, learning,
No, no,
or
ma'am. I go for twice in a week. Tuesday and Saturdays, I have my classes. So,
Mhm.
but I try to do riyaz every day, but it is bit difficult and
Yes.
which is very, very important, but bit
Mhm.
difficult for me because living in a flat system, so it is difficult to do riyaz at home. So for that matter,
Yes.
I go twice or thrice in a week in one garden is in my vicinity. So there
Mhm.
I do riyaz. But for
Okay.
classes, it is twice in a week.
Great. So actually, I think you would like to learn since your childhood, or just nowadays you
Yes,
have some
likewise.
curiosity to learn.
Same like you, same like you. Even I also had that dream in my childhood,
Mhm.
learning Kathak or Bharatnatyam as well, means any
Yes,
kind of
Bharatanatyam, classical
classical.
dance. Yes,
Yes, yes.
I'm also a
So
big
that
fan
was
of.
my dream.
Mhm.
Yeah. But at that time there was not means no classes were there or no any person was there who could introduce these things to me. But I was just fascinated about it. And
Mhm.
so I couldn't do that. And after my second child born,
Mhm.
2015 also I tried because there was one class in my vicinity. So I tried it, but I couldn't pursue that more than 2 months. So
Mhm.
in 2023, I got chance again, I grabbed it
Yes.
as soon as I got the chance, and
Mhm.
I want to do Visharad. I want to
Mhm.
go till that level. I also have some questions for you, as I know that you are teaching beginners, right?
Mhm. Yes, yes.
So I so first question is for you. What one English learning myth that you wish people would stop believing about learning English?
Mhm. I think people, more into learning grammar first. They thought that maybe by learning grammar, if they know grammar, if they know sentence structure, and when time to speak, they would able to speak. But it's not like that because I was from English medium background, and I wasn't get that kind of exposure in my whole life where I, got that kind of exposure to speak this language. So I thought that maybe I was more into learning grammar. I was more into reading only. But when time to speak, I wasn't able to speak. So I think people, those who would like to learn this language, they just thought that maybe first they need to learn grammar and then automatically they will have that kind of flow in their, pace of speaking. So I must say that it's not like that. If you would like to speak this language, definitely you have to speak. How much grammar you know, it doesn't matter. It matters how much you are practicing of speaking. So I think this is a myth because
Mm-hmm.
continuously since my school time, I was more into grammar, I was more into reading, but when time to speak, I wasn't able to. And I thought that maybe people who are very intelligent, they would able to speak language. I am not kind that person. But I think nowadays social media is there and you can get information, you can get knowledge. No, it's not like that. If you want to speak this language, if you want to learn any skill, you need to practice. You need to kind of riyaz, as you said that. So yes, the more you practice, the better you become. So this is the thing that I
Definitely, definitely.
have learned through social media, through people those who are learning this language. And that time 1.5 year ago, I got to know from many people those who are homemakers, and they would just speaking with other co-learner, and in this way they got to know how to speak and how they can get benefit from practice only. So this is a myth that I would
Mm.
say people should start speaking this language, not just only
Okay.
grabbing the grammar or sentence structures.
Yes, very true, ma'am. Very true, ma'am. Because I am from Marathi medium background. I did my schooling from Marathi medium, and I that time we never ever thought we should start speaking, but it was like fascinating thing for us because in our school, when we were our batch was the first batch of our school
Mhm.
when our school got started, and we were the first student
Okay,
in that school.
great. Mhm.
Yes. And the next year they started English medium as well. First they started with Marathi medium, and the next
Mhm.
year was English medium. So then in second or third we didn't have that kind of mindset. But
Mhm.
when we went to eighth and ninth, that time we used to think, why didn't they start at our time
Mhm.
when
Yes.
as we were the first batch. So,
Mhm.
and we had that kind of negative thinking or the self doubt for ourselves that we are from Marathi medium, so we can't speak.
Mhm.
They are from English medium, so they can speak.
Yes,
And
even
as
those
you,
who are from English medium, they wouldn't able to speak because the exposure was not
yes,
there. The environment is
yes.
not there because of that.
So, so here you broke my one more misconception about English that as you are also in the same medium, but because of the exposure, the lack of exposure,
Mm.
you couldn't do that. So one
Yes.
of my friend, she's from English medium, so she's also like that. She was saying me, Shamal, you're really speaking well, better than
Mm.
me because
Yes.
you're trying for it, and
Mm.
I never ever tried for it. It
Yes.
was like we were getting spoon feeding, but we were
Mm.
not valuing it. So
Mm.
you people are valuing it because you are very much eager about it. And but now means I have many friends who are from the English medium, and they have went to the very good level in their life.
Mm.
So mixed emotions and mixed people are there. It is mostly
Yes.
up to your things that how you take it. If you
Yes.
are eager about it, and if you are getting, as you said, definitely, if you are getting the exposure, then you can definitely make it.
Yes,
And in my
because
neighborhood,
mm,
yes, yes, ma'am,
okay,
go ahead.
okay. I am just saying that even our teacher wouldn't able to speak this language. That time I was learning because they also didn't get that kind of environment. We are just learning this language as a subject. Yes, we never ever try to speak this language. So I think the same case, like if you are learning any new skill, like maybe swimming, riding a bicycle, or driving a car, so you can't learn by only watching, by only reading. You have to,
Hmm.
practice. So same case
Yes,
for English as well. So learning a language it's a kind of skill, I think, and it
yes,
is.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
Yes, you again put in really a important point, ma'am. If you that kind of surrounding, as you said, means
Hmm.
teachers would not speak in English. So here are also the schools like this. They are running English medium. I'm
Hmm.
taking phonics classes, so I also come across with people, children like this. They are in English medium, but they
Hmm.
can't even utter a word other than their studies.
Yes. Even
So the surrounding,
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes,
Carry on,
ma'am.
please.
So surrounding really matters. Though that is an English medium school, it is teachers' responsibility or it is management's responsibility that they have to make that conducive environment, create conducive environment for children,
Hmm.
right?
Yes, and even our state, Jammu and Kashmir, where I belong. So our whole curriculum is in English, and only Hindi subject is in Hindi. But people are not able to speak this language. Those who are well educated, even MA, BEd, and nowadays I have a kind of student in my batch, homemaker, teachers. They have, education like BEd, MA, but they wouldn't able to speak this language because of lack of practice,
Yes,
because of lack of exposure. So I must say that those who would like to learn this language, they have to speak this language. Otherwise, it's not
yes.
possible only watching, reading, grabbing the grammar. So we need to speak this language. We need to practice more and more.
Yes, as
Mm.
like swimming. If you want to swim, you have to dive into the water, right?
Yes, we
So
can't learn
without
by
diving,
only watching
yes.
videos. Yes,
Yes. So we can do many things while watching. We can move our hands, we can flip our legs, everything we can do.
yes.
But without diving into water, it is impossible completely.
Yes, we
Uh,
have to make align our mouth to our mind. Whatever it's going in our mind, so we have to align with our mouth as well as we have to give exercise to our mouth to
Here
speak
I
this
want to ask
language.
you one question, ma'am,
Mm,
that as you are teaching many people.
mm,
So initially, when I started this language to learn spoken
mm,
English, so I used to have one experience that whatever were going into my mind and whatever I used to speak, both were clashing.
yes.
So whatever I wanted to speak, I couldn't speak that, and I used to speak different, means something else.
Mm,
It happened with me for many, means for the very longer period, I would say. So
mm,
nowadays, I can articulate my thoughts and I speak that as well.
yes, definitely. Nowadays,
So,
you are
so
confident. You speak fluently. You are doing really great.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you. So have you ever come across people like me while teaching? And
Yes,
what should
even.
be the
Mhm.
what should be the skill they should acquire for this?
Okay. So Shamal, 1.5 year ago, I was, just like you, as you said that, I was not able to align my mind to my mouth, like whatever the words, whatever the sentence I would like to speak that time, I wouldn't able to speak. So I think this is only come with your experience, come with your practice. So because sometimes we don't get the right words because we didn't have that kind of practice. That's why it happened with us. So same case with my student learner because they are not habitual of speaking this language. They are good at vocabulary, they have grammar, they have everything, but they wouldn't able to speak the same word they would like to speak. So it comes with only practice. So as much as they are practicing, as much as they are becoming better at this language. Initially when they started, even I have started 4 months ago. So now they are able to speak this language. They are now at intermediate level. But when they started, they wouldn't able to utter, sentence, and they were struggling. And as I already said, that mostly people from my state. So they are
Okay.
from English medium. They have everything. But with practice only, now they are at their intermediate level. They speak just like me.
Okay.
Yes. So I really,
Wow.
they also appreciate me as well as I also appreciate them because of my efforts that I have make them comfortable, and now they are at their intermediate level, and they are also enjoying my classes, and yes, I am also enjoying. Yes.
So, regarding this, I have one question. Have you have means any student from any student you got anything which is really thoughtful or the which help you to learn something?
Mhm.
Have you got
Yes.
anything like that from your children? Sorry, from your
Mhm.
student?
Yes, definitely. Some are very, calm-minded, patient. So I would say that yes, definitely. Even initially, they would struggle a lot because of their patience, because of their consistency, practice. How much like time you are giving to practice. It also matters a lot. So many people nowadays we are, watching on social media like you can learn this language within month or within 3 months, and people would think that maybe it would possible to learn this language within a 3 month, and if you would only devote 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you would be very fluent after 3 months. But it wouldn't like that, it
It
won't
is,
like that.
my later on 3 months, there are people who are advertising within a 3 days. You will master this language. There are
Yes.
advertisements on YouTube I have come
Mm.
across. So it is really, really impossible thing, and
Mm.
people get attracted to it and start their journeys. And they have the patience only for 3 days,
Yes, I think
and
it's
motivation
because
as
of
well.
that kind of era we are living. Everything we can get
Yes,
instantly, and they thought that maybe learning this language they can also get instantly within 3 days, within one day, or within a week.
yes,
But it won't like that. You
uh,
cannot get the
yes,
language as a fluent speaker
yes,
within a month or within a 3 month. So it depends on
yes,
how
yes,
much time you are devoting, because many people I have seen, like if they are devoting like 8 9 hours to this language, they are speaking continuously, definitely they would become good at this language after 4 or 6 months. Yes, but it depends on the time how
yes,
much we are putting into
yes.
efforts.
Yes,
Yes.
and depends on the person as well, because the way he's surrounded by. If
Hmm.
he's surrounded by the
Yes.
like-minded people, then it will be more
Hmm.
easy, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Yes,
It also
and
depends on our
here,
environment.
yes,
You
yes,
rightly said.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
Here I want to ask one question, ma'am. Like we started with a topic like social media. So
Hmm.
nowadays people are learning this language, but they are showered with many kind of things at a
Hmm.
time from
Yes.
social media. The many channels are there, many things are there. So how to be focused
Hmm.
and how to, because see, when we watch many things at a time,
Hmm.
our consistency fade away or our focus also fades,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Because of this overuse of social media. So
Yes.
how to get rid of it?
Hmm. Okay. Yes, as you know that nowadays social media play a role, a kind of distraction. People are distracted. Even they won't have time to do the things that is very necessary in their life, and they just scrolling through the video and spending on time. They would think that maybe something secret they can get from social media while scrolling the video, and even they are just consuming the content, and one after other they are just scrolling and consuming only, but when time to create they fail to create, because speaking is a kind of creating. If you are consuming, if you are only bombarding your mind with content, you wouldn't able to speak this language. So we should be aware of this thing, that only consuming the content we wouldn't be able to fluent, we wouldn't be able to as a good personality. We would have that kind of time so that we can create for ourselves, because initially I would say I just consuming the content, And when time to create, I was not able to, because when you create, I think that time you have to put some efforts, and our mind just want to live in the comfort zone. Our mind,
Yes.
is wired like that. Don't want to come out of its comfort zone and just doing those things that help him relaxing in mode. So I think when you listen, when you watch, it also gives you some relaxation. It also gives you entertainment, and people, feel like very comfortable while consuming the content, and they just fail to what is their responsibility, what they need to do in their life. I think it start only with awareness. So we should start, consuming that content that is for awareness, how we can get rid of screen, because nowadays many videos are also available on social media and you can get the help of those. And as well as if you are watching one video, just take the time. If you are watching like 30 minutes video, so just give time to yourself to explain that topic in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So in this way your mind able to connect, build that connection from consuming and creating. Because if you only consume the content, you're not, your mind wouldn't able to make that kind of connection. So we would need that kind of creation as well. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Well said. Well said. Actually, the way you have explained this question to me and answered it's really very well because uh, even I also experienced this thing when I started to learn this spoken English. I used to watch I used to do that
Yes, one after
doom
one, one
scrolling,
after
right?
one. Okay.
One after one, one after one. I
Yes.
used to do that, and certain period of time I was in that situation. I couldn't even watch
Hmm.
and I couldn't even create anything out of that.
Hmm.
That kind
Because
of
of,
phase
I think,
also I
distraction.
experienced. Distraction and the over bombarding of the
Yes.
social media.
Hmm.
So then after that period, I kept that everything aside, and
Hmm.
I started to reading.
Yes, reading
Started
really
reading.
very helpful.
Yes,
Hmm.
and it helped me a lot. It gave me that concentration, that patience,
Hmm.
because while when you watch screen, yeah, it distracts you easily. But when you
Yes.
read book, you improve your concentration.
Hmm. Yes,
And then
definitely.
because of that, I started to do reflect on myself and started to
Hmm.
create things also. So as you said, it is really very important to whatever you are doing, just reflect on that, give
Hmm.
some time for that instead of doom scrolling or watching again and again or new one another videos after each and every videos. So
Yes.
stop that. It is really a nice thing.
Hmm. Yes, definitely.
I
When
would
we
say the
start
valuable
reflecting,
suggestion.
yes, when we start reflecting and when we start giving time to ourselves, and when we become aware, I think the journey start from that period only.
Yes, well said, ma'am. Really, really, and I have experienced that.
Yes.
I
So I
really
think we
experienced this
our journey
thing.
is, going as same as your journey is going so far. So my journey is also going as well as, yes.
But I really feel yeah, you're really a great teacher, definitely. The way you express, the way you answers, you're really very composed person. I can see that.
Thank you so much. It means a lot when someone is
Yes.
appreciating and who is all already, confident and fluent, and when someone get appreciation from that kind of personality. So definitely my
Oh my God. So
confidence, boost.
so you're appreciating me as well. So thank you very much.
Yes, really, you are really doing great, and you are good speaker, like fluent as well as confident. Yes, and you are also
Thank
expressing
you very
very
much.
well, articulating your thought in a well manner. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So if here is the means last question for you, ma'am.
Mm,
Any beginner who is going to start this journey, he might be he or she might be from the English medium or from the Marathi, any vernacular medium, but want
mm,
to speak the language. So what should be the roadmap they should follow?
mhm. I would like to advise here that how a small kid learn this language. They just first start listening, watching, observing people. So just you can start with listening, watching content, as well as observing people, those who are, speaking this language, and try to start watching, observing those people who are good at this language. And if they are from, like Indian, so they must start watching good people, those who are Indian and have Indian accent. So they definitely get, absorb easily those things. So when they start listening, automatically after some time, they used to speak those sentences, they used to speak those words in their daily life, and as well as they can start speaking like their introduction, they can start speaking like their daily routine, they can start naming the object nearby them, and they can start describing the things nearby them. So in this way they can start learning this language. So listening, observing, watching, as well as speaking, the more you speak the better you become, whether you are beginner, whether you are from English medium. I think you can learn this language. If a small kid can learn this language, he speak, then he fail, then he make mistake, then he again, speak. So in this way, because of listening, because of observing nearby his family members, relatives, so after 1.5 years, he start to speaking. First, he start with
Uh-huh.
naming the object, and then he combine
Yes.
those object, and then he starts speaking, one after another. So in this way, they
Sentences.
can start.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, well said, ma'am. Definitely, definitely. But here I would like to one more point.
Yes.
As you said, child starts learning
Mm.
uh, with sounds and all those things. Yes, yes, it is like that.
Mm.
But when it comes to adult,
Yes.
feel it difficult, difficulty of facing judgment
Yes,
and
this is the
like
judgment they
criticism.
always, yes.
Yes, yeah,
Mm.
and
Because
being
our
mocked by someone if
mind
I'm
is
not
more
speaking well.
conscious. Mind is
Yes,
more
and
conscious for
child.
other people. But child don't have
Yes.
that kind of, you really hit the nail
No,
on the
that
head.
not at all. So
Yes.
when you learn here, I would say if you want to learn any kind of language, any language that might be Spanish, French, German, be like a child. Feel
Mm.
yourself a child. That you're a
Yes.
child, you're going to commit mistakes, so let it be. No problem. Commit those
Mm.
mistakes, but rectify them.
Yes. And if they have that kind of fear of judgment, fear of making mistake, they can start talking with AI, they can start talking with themselves. And after when they
Yes,
feel confident, they can start speaking with real people. So definitely those who are good speaker, they also had many mistake, made many mistake in their life. So actually they should be aware of this thing. Without making mistake, they can't learn this language. So they should
yes,
be ready to
definitely,
make
definitely.
mistake and learn from those mistakes.
Learn from their mistakes. Yes, ma'am. Really very true things because people are just getting fear of by being judged by others, being criticized by others. But it is not like that. It is a second language. So yes, we are going to make mistakes.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
definitely.
yes. Ma'am, it was really nice session and I liked it a lot. The way you speak, the way you express, it is like lovable things, I would say.
Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much,
much for
Shamal.
accepting my
Thank you so much.
request.
I really loved this conversation, and really you made my day. And I was
Oh,
able to express my thought in a clearer way today. I must say, because of you, because now we are both feeling comfortable, and when we feel comfortable, definitely whatever's going in our mind, we are able to express those things. So
yes,
thank
and
you so
that
much.
too in our very first conversation.
Yes, this is our first conversation, and I think we did a good job today.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So thank you very much and have a nice day.
Have a nice
Bye
day
bye.
ahead. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.